Well, what a mission. I got about half an hour from home. Realised I'd forgot all my bloody filming gear. It's already a 4.5 hour journey, so that made it a 5.5 hour journey. And then the sat nav, for some reason, or Google Maps, decided to take me on just another little journey through the back lanes of France, fully loaded, which meant loading my maize that I had in my pots was all over the car, all over the van, all over everything. And then I had a blowout on the rear right tyre at 130 kilometres an hour, which wasn't very clever. Must admit, it wasn't very nice. Luckily, I wasn't in the fast lane, and it pulled off to the right, and everything's sorted. But I'm trying to get everyone sorted at the moment. All right, so heading out from the boathouse. It's behind there. Nice little boathouse. You can pull your car up, which is a van, fantastic. Load the boat, and then we're on our way. Look at this. This is carp fishing, boys and girls. This is carp fishing. Absolutely bloody marvellous. I'm going to go straight across Simon's marker, take that out for him. Very silly of him putting it out when I'm just about to come out in the boat. That's for shizzle. Look, Wayne's dropped all that kit off. That's bloody marvellous, and that's all been unloaded. I'll drop this off and then I'll head over and see the boys. And yeah, here we are. So this is it. This is Carptopia. I tell you what, if Carlsberg made carp lakes, I reckon this one would be right up there. Pretty bloody stunning. Look at it. Proper. Absolutely proper. Get in. So there's Anton. There's a bit of noise over there, but there's Anton. Putting some baits out, look. Sorting some spots. Lovely. Let's get round here. Where am I going? I'm coming in over there. Look, there we are. There we are. Look. Look at that. A mighty erection. We built these swims back in November now. I think it was. Yeah, it was November. Myself, Wayne, and Mike. And yeah, they're looking bloody marvellous. Look at that. Mega. Right, so here we are. What a journey that was. So as I think I said, got here, I was gone half an hour, realised I hadn't got any of my bloody filming gear, so I had to go all the way back and get, and then had a massive blowout on the way here, on the motorway at 130 kilometres an hour, which was not ideal. And luckily I had a good spare, and everything was sorted, and I managed to get here, delivered everything off to the boys, bait and stuff that I had for them, pellet, and I've just got over to the wild, we call the wild swim. So a big bit of water in front of me, this marginal weed out, you know, not very far at all, and it's relatively shallow, and then it looks to be a low lying weed beyond that, so it's a matter of finding spots out there. But look, tonight I ain't going to bother because I'm absolutely cream crackered. So tonight what I'm going to do is just put bags on and launch them out there. I fished here in the winter, remember, and when we were building the jetty, and caught a few, and I think they'll just be up the slope a little bit, but it'll be identifying the really cleared areas, and that'll be what I'll be doing tomorrow with the aquascope. Anyway, little update, thought I'd show you what's going on. Looks absolutely stunning. I'm absolutely frazzled, and if I get the rods out, it'd be a champion thing. If not, I'll have a grim burgeon and hit the fart sack. Catches, bye-bye. All right, quick update. Coming up to 9 o'clock. I've just got the Rodney Trotters in the lake. Went up to see Antony, had a chat with my old mate, and catch up for a couple of hours. So I'd found a couple of spots out there. You know, it's not a huge amount of features. The weeds creating an early feature in the margins but it seems to be dying off. It's quite weak, only about 10, 15 yards, 20 yards off. And then after that, for about up to about 6 foot deep, there's a bit of filamentous weed on the bottom. I can see with the visual looking down there with the aquascope. And then just beyond that, it starts to get really nice. There are a few areas in that sort of filamentous stuff which look tidy, and I've marked a couple of them. I found them on the with the aquascope. So I've put a little bit of bait there. I've just literally put a trickle out tonight in bags, and seen a couple of fish roll, and we shall see what happens. We'll keep you posted. Tell you what though, don't get much better than this. Absolutely biblical. Look at it. Bloody marvellous. Night. Alright, so first morning, nothing massive. First morning they came through my line and cut me off earlier on, and I've just had this lovely mirror. I'm going to show you. It's absolutely cracker. Beautiful fish. Fought like hell in the weed as well. I'm not going to weigh, not do anything. I'm just going to give you a quick look. It's a beautiful little fish. Probably mid-20, could be low 30, mid-20 I'd say. A little starburst there. Come here. Lovely coloration to her as well. Look at that, lovely fish. Yeah, rattled off on about an 8 foot, 7 foot section, 7 foot deep area. I put a little bit of bait yesterday. Lovely looking fish. Black, fantastic. Alright, let's get you back, baby. Let's get you back. Lovely, Bobby Dazzler. It's the first one, always nice to get off the mark, especially on the first morning. That koi hadn't gone through my line and cut me off, that would have been a better one as well, but them's the breaks, eh? Bloody marvellous. Well, what a gangbusters morning. Just put my tarp up, give me a bit of shade under there. And yeah, it's been a very good morning for people already, for all the lads actually. It's been all commons, up to upper 20 for Antony down on the dam swim. He's had 3. Simon's had either 3 or 4 now, up to low 30s, all mirrors. And then Jut and where are they? They're over there. They're over there. On the main peninsula, and I'll put a little bit of that so you can see where that swim is. It is a mega social swim, that one. It's an absolute ripper. Wayne had 3 last night, and Jut's had a couple. He had one during the night, and then he's just stalked one up in the other, up in the bay to his left off that peninsula. So absolutely fantastic. What a cracking morning. I just had a tinker. And it's about getting ready today. Obviously I just put rods out last night, so these fish are pretty virginal, so and they like a bit of bait, especially with these temperatures, the fish are feeding, they're moving and feeding all over the place. So I'm going to establish a bigger baited area today, probably have 3 rods off a baited area, that's easy to cast too. I don't have to worry about it. The rods I put out last night, it's a bit of a faff. I have to walk along the margins there to land them because of this marginal weed. Whereas here I can just go out and clear that weed later on today and have a nice little spot to bring them in without having any major hassles. I'll fish 3 rods off of there and I'll fish 1 to the spot where I caught the fish from today. I'm going to fish that with just boilie down there, and just so I can stick the boilie over the top of it and just stick with baits, bigger baits, 20 miller plus. And then out here I've got a mixture of my garlic maize, my pellets, and half 20 millers, which I'm going to spread in a pretty big area, sort of half a size of a tennis court, something like that, maybe size of a tennis court. Fish 3 rods off it, move them around it. So yeah, that's the plan of action for, I've had a bacon sarnie, I'm going to have another cup of tea, and then probably get the rods in and go and mooch about and see all the boys, get the bait out, get everything set up, and then I can relax for the rest of Sunday. Catch you, bye-bye. So just left Antony after this morning. I'm going to put rods out on, I think like I just said on that last video, I'm going to put rods along a line of bait, fish 3 rods on that, and maybe 1 just off the edge. Now I'm going to get set up and sorted out today, a bit less stressed. So I've just been to see Antony. He's had 4 commons this morning, all close in, super close range, just off the back of the weed. How he loves fishing. So yeah, wicked. And we're going to chat with Antony later on in the week. Now we all know, and a lot of people know Antony as Mr. Leany basically, and you know, very well known in continuing to bring the Leany strain on in the UK. and he's my best mate. He's my best man at my wedding, and yeah, great to have him here with us. And instead of talking about the Leanie stuff, because I know Kev Ellis did a great video with him, two-part video with him, talking about the Leanies, we're going to talk about fishing. Useful insight, probably nearly 80 odd years of carp fishing between the two of us, fished all over, but we're both very different types of anglers. So it'll be a really interesting one to listen to, and yeah, I'm looking forward to sitting down and having a chat with him. It truly is stunning here. Had a great day with the lads, caught up with everybody. I think there's about 14 fish been caught now, which is lovely. And just really lovely angling, proper angling. You're fishing for, you're fishing for fish, and in a big expanse of water, and they behave as they should. And yeah, groups of them are moving around and head and shoulder in, and there's a morning feeding period. It's just been bloody great. And then in the afternoon we can catch up and have a laugh, and then get the rods out. So today I've got myself organised, and I've put a reasonable amount of bait. I think they're moving in groups of fish, and decent amounts of them at one time. So looking for a bit of a hit. So I've put a decent bit of bait out there today, and got my rods 3 off of one area and then 1 off the baited area. So we shall see what the morning brings. Hopefully a few more kippers. All right, so we've had a bit of a lovely morning this morning. I had a mid-20 this morning early, and then we've just had this one at 36. This is a cracking fish, this, I like it. Beauty. Absolute lovely fish. Looks like one of my raised sort of fish, raised lateral lines on it. Lovely fish. Let's get that out of the way. There we go. There we go. Look at that. What a beauty. Come on. There you go. What an absolute cracker, eh? Beautiful fish on a lovely cooler morning this morning. Right, let's turn around, show you the other side. And we'll get her back. She was very fiery out there in the water. Gave me a hell of a battle. There we go, look at that. Lovely fish, some cracking fish at this Carptopia. Destined to become a beast of the future, this one. Wicked, let's get her back in. So I'm on the main dam swim with Antony Hurst. He's had about 14 fish today. Some real crackers and beautiful commons. Yeah, they're really good. He's just out here now. He's just setting a rod on an area which he knows has been baited, and he's just he's held his maize back, and he's putting a big spread of maize out, and just going to bring one rod onto this in about 8 to 9 foot of water. Just beautiful, absolutely beautiful. Hopefully show you some pictures later on as well of Wayne's 52 cracking fish that he had last night. Most of this wind's brought the fish down. I'm going to talk about this lake and talk about fishing it with Antony tomorrow, which should be pretty interesting for people that are going to come and fish here. All these lads want to come back because it's, as I say, it's proper carp fishing. You know, absolutely fantastic. You lend your mate your boat and you say, don't get maize jizz all over the boat. And what happens? Maize jizz all over the boat. Yeah, unbelievable. One job. One bloody job, Bimpton.
That's a whole bucket.
Yeah, one job. So this is the scene on Tuesday morning. I had 2 or 3 last night, up to sort of mid-20s mainly. Mirrors again, mid-20 mirrors. Look to be fast growing, and I'm sure within a few months by the end of this year they're all going to be 30s. I think there's been a few more. I think Wayne's had another 40 plus over on the main peninsula there. Over there. Are they? Yep, over there, look. I'm sure Simon's had another 2 or 3 over on the boathouse jetty over there. And I've just seen a really lovely photo come up from Antony, who's just down here. So there's been a fair few fish caught. I would have thought, you know, 35 fish or more have been caught so far in the first few days. So it's good fishing. It all seems to happen between sort of midnight through till midday. Then we have a nice clear period. And yeah, absolutely lovely. Absolutely lovely. Such a chilled, fantastic place to fish, Carptopia. Now Anton's in. Nice little drop back followed by, is it got another one of them commons, you reckon, Anton? Oh no, look. Possibly. Taking some line. What you'll see here, ladies and gentlemen, are what I call his quiver tipping rods. Some old school rods that actually bend like they used to. What are they, about 2.5 pounds? 2 3/4. Compound taper. Look at them little rings. People don't remember what it was like when rods had little rings like that. And little reels, little arrows, little bait runners. Yeah. Yeah, instead of these massive monstrosity reels that you could use for marlin fishing, eh, mate?
It's going to go in this weight belly fin. They all go into this.
Yeah, they love it.
Does it make it harder to catch?
Yeah, a little bit. They can get their heads into the weed, but this weed's pretty soft, actually. It's not too bad. You get it through it, don't you, mate, normally?
How many meters of rods do you have?
These are 12 footers, so they're about 3 meters, is that right? Yeah, about 3. 3 meters long.
Not much more.
No, the rod. You mean
the wire.
the line? Okay, so the line.
Sorry.
Oh, on these maybe 200 meters.
Okay.
On these smaller reels.
Boys.
All right, so here we are with Antony. He's just had a cracking fish. Look, 28.5 pounds. What a beauty. It's got some width to it as well, mate, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's chunky.
Yeah, it's a chunky one. I know that fish because it's one that would have been about 8 kilos. So it's done 3 or 4 kilos in 6 months.
Has it?
Yeah, being in here.
Yeah.
Do you want to spin around? Hang on, I'll get some photos quickly on that side for you. Look at that, what an absolute belter. Destined to be enormous. Yeah, well, wicked, mate. Fantastic. All right, so let's get this one back. Destined to be a beautiful big fish one day, that one. It's got some right shoulders and that on it, hasn't it, mate? Look at that, what a lovely afternoon Carptopia fish. Yeah, go for it, mate. Beautiful. Beautiful, buddy. Hello, Anton.
Oh, mate.
How you doing?
Good.
Fan-bloomin-tastic. So, you've just finished all your stuff back at base now, which gives us a chance for us all to come out and have a little trip away, didn't it?
Yeah.
So you've just spawned your next lot of leanies.
Yeah.
And how did that all go?
Went really well. Put them in the polytunnel. They spawned within a couple of days, and got a load of fry, and should be some nice scale patterns this year.
Fantastic.
So well, it was every year, but I think I'm going to get a real nice variation of scale patterns this year. And yeah, all done. Packed it all down, and all the fish have gone off to the fry pond at Aaron Standing's fish farm. Yep, brilliant. The local fish farmer, and yeah, he phoned me yesterday to say they're growing really well already. So they're in a pond full of Daphnia and
lovely,
lots of zooplankton, so they're doing really well. So that's all good, and so it's over to Aaron now. He grows them for the next couple of years to get them to C3s and maybe a bit bigger. And yeah, he's doing a great job. I mean, you know, I don't know if you know Aaron. You do know Aaron.
I do know Aaron, yes.
Coursefish UK, and he's got some lovely carp himself. Yeah, really lovely carp. He calls his Sussex Scalies, which are a leany cross. Whereas mine are pure leaner, you know.
Yeah, they've done 50s a few times.
Yeah, yeah, beautiful
Yep.
fish, and he does a great job, Aaron. And you know, if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be able to grow them.
Yeah, no, it's fantastic, and it's a great
predator-proof size, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
fair play. He's yeah, done really well.
Awesome, awesome. So you've got all that done, and we've been able to get, because these guys, as you'll have seen on videos, we've got a group here with Wayne. This is our first sort of test fishing session at Carptopia in northern France, a 60-acre gravel pit, sand areas, some silt areas, weed, clear water, just a beautiful lake. And the standout is there's only 5 swims on 60 acres, so it's boating. It's wild, but we've actually built there's incredibly awesome swims here, and there's a few of us that have come, which are all the guys that have helped me over the course of the last few years getting Fensmere Fish Farm up and running, and with both their knowledge and also their physical help, they've come and helped me with nettings over the last years, working on Fensmere, working on the houses, which is Antony Hurst, Justin Hamilton, Simon Bleacher, and I wanted to sort of thank them as well for all the help they've given me. So take them away, and we'll have a week's fishing with the lads, and it's absolutely blooming fantastic. So I got here late, as you know, because I had a blowout, and I just had carnage on Saturday morning. So the boys had taken all the best swims and dumped me in a shit one, standard, just normal behaviour. And Antony, you've come into what they call this swim?
I think they call it the dam swim, don't
The
they?
dam. Yep. And I've done a bit of drone work on this swim. It is an absolute Bobby Dazzler, isn't it?
Oh,
This
it's
is your
amazing.
fault. This is about as good as it gets.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, this swim was perfect for me. Nice, kind of close to short range fishing and medium range.
Yeah.
And I knew the wind would be blowing down here before I left home. So I was kind of looking at this end of the lake anyway. It's very quite deep, obviously, at the dam, where there's a big bowl where when it's drained there's a deeper area. So I'm fishing on the ledges going down to that, just at medium range, really.
Yeah, nice and close, and it's catapult range with 15mm pellet.
Yeah, just nice and easy, and it's been wonderful. Really, really good.
Yeah, you just had a lovely 28, didn't you?
Yeah. But the commons in here, the commons, there's different year classes of commons, obviously, and they're absolutely stunning.
Yeah,
you know,
I've put some photos in there. Dark, long, beautiful creatures.
Colour,
yeah,
you know, chestnut, golden brown, beautiful commons, scale perfect. Never been caught.
No.
And you know, you hold them up for a picture, and everything's erect, isn't it? The dorsal,
Yeah, they're all. Yeah.
One of them I picked up was curling up. It was so rigid.
Yeah.
And beautiful, beautiful fish. I mean, and they're growing as well. So
yeah, mega.
It's
well,
going to be.
I think Wayne's had a 52, and he's had another 40 today, or the early hours of this morning.
Yeah.
And lots of these other the end of this year.
Yeah. Oh, they will be. Yeah. I mean, you've got 60 acres, is it?
Yeah, 60 acres. Yeah.
You know, good depth, nice average depth, and clear water, good water quality.
Yeah, it's mega.
And,
mega.
Yeah.
Mega. So I'm going to go around and see all the lads, and we'll do a little video like and from each of the swims as well, just so you can get an idea of what's what. And I'll do a little pan round in this swim before I go and attach it to this bit of video. So what other things have you done here, mate, since you got here to get this going here?
What, fishing wise?
Yeah.
Well,
because you've had how many now? 15, 16 fish?
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I didn't even
fish last night.
Didn't even fish. There was loads of fish here last. I could have had half a dozen last night if I'd put the rods out, but I was so knackered because I had 10 takes yesterday.
Yeah.
And so yeah, I've just ended up fishing with. I made some boilies before I came out with some really lovely fish meal, carp fry food.
Right. Yeah.
Just a little bit. Rolled up some baits, which just like pellet, you know, really lovely pellet boilies, really. Yeah. And I'm just fishing them over the top of pellets, and you know, that's what they're used to, what they've been fed on.
Yeah.
I had a load of maize out on the right hand rod, Wayne had baited that spot before I got here, so I've carried on fishing that spot, and had a couple off of there on the boilies.
Yeah, on the RM1.
RM ones, yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, just pretty straightforward, really. The fish came down on the wind, didn't they, yesterday?
Yeah, in numbers.
There seemed to, the first day, the first 10 fish I caught were commons.
Yeah, which was mad because we were all catching mirrors.
You were all catching mirrors. So there's obviously a group of commons that patrol up and down here, and they probably stick together because they, they're very social, aren't they?
Yeah, we'll talk about that in another video in a minute, mate. We'll go into that in a bit more detail. But yes, it seems that way. It sort of comes and shows you, doesn't it?
Yeah, and then the wind really picked up yesterday, and a group of mirrors came down the lake. Some of the stockies, and I've just had 3 or 4 of them.
Yeah. That last one was nice, wasn't it? 28 and a half, a real chunky fish.
Yeah, he's growing really well.
Yeah, mega fantastic. Well, look, that was it for this one, and then what I want to do is I want to chat with Antony in a minute, just more about general carp stuff. Obviously a massive mind of knowledge and information is Antony, and we fished together, so blimey, since probably 83 or 84.
Yep.
And we've known each other since then and fished together since then, but we've all gone off and done lots of other bits and bobs, haven't we, through that period? But carp fishing's been a continual theme throughout all that time. Oh, look, is that a drop back on that?
Yeah.
It's that Goa rod, isn't it?
Yeah, it's probably a liner.
Probably a liner. Bloody frogs are kicking off and all. Yeah, but lots and lots of stuff. I wouldn't mind chatting about, like, some people will remember things like Little Frensham and your time at Little Frensham, which I know was a mega time, catching the old leanies there.
Yeah, it was.
Mega times, and Vinatro, for instance, fishing a lot of them different lakes.
Yeah.
Because you fished them all, and you've had a load of fish wherever you go. You always do. And I think that sort of runs concurrently with being a fish farmer and understanding and visually seeing carp behaviour.
Yeah. I think if you deal with carp and you observe them like I do in the garden, I know it's a different situation, it's not the same environment as a lake, but you can see, you can learn so much from their behaviour. Yeah. And everything. And it just puts you in good stead when you go to, you can go to any lake and suss it out pretty quick. Think, the carp are going to be there. Yeah. And so yeah, it all helps.
So we'll have a little bit more of a chinwag about that in a minute in a separate vid. Oh no, here we go. That's definitely in. He's definitely in. Here we go. There we go. Live on camera. All right, so I've set the camera so to follow you, Anton. It's going all right, isn't it? Got to be another one of them beefier mirrors, surely. Do you want me to do something with it? Reel it in, yeah.
Well done. We're out of trouble now. Now we can.
Oh, it's going well. So the video's going, mate. It's videoing you. Yep.
The action of my nice quiver tips.
Yeah, the quiver tips. I've got the what's name here, so it's hearing everything we say. So no profanity, as would be normal.
Just coming up that bank now.
Yep.
In the deeper water.
It's got a bit of go to it. It's nice. It's got all this. It's such a lovely swim to fish where you can net them straight from here and keep the fish in the water.
Oh, it's amazing. I mean, this really, out of all the places I've ever fished in my entire carp fishing life,
It's about as good as it gets.
It's the best swim I've ever been in.
Yeah, it's
just perfect.
Cool, this has got some go.
Yeah, it has actually.
I'd love it to be the big girl. Like 56, and she'd be jet black, she will.
I don't think it's that big.
No.
But it's definitely, it feels like it could be my biggest one so far. I'm going to take my time with it, mate, because
Yeah,
it's probably a mirror,
yeah.
the way it's plodding around.
Look at them quiver tips bending.
Brilliant, aren't they?
Oh, I tell you what.
Look at that, look.
Yeah,
Look at that, that's what you want.
yeah.
I just don't get any up pulls.
No.
I don't know if there's a bit of weed around this. It's feeling heavier and heavier.
It might be picking up a bit, mightn't it? But I reckon, yeah, there's a bit of weed there by the look at that jub on the rod tip.
Yeah.
But could be a real good mate. Be nice, wouldn't it? This other rod all right?
Just about to go under it, I think.
Do you want me to lift it?
Yeah, if you wouldn't mind. Just get down there. Don't pull the leg, mate.
No.
Pick that line up. That's it. We under?
Yep. I think so. Yes, I think you're under. It's going all right, isn't it? Still taking line. Could be an 80-pound Asian carp. Jesus, it's got some go, hasn't it? Is it going out to this one again?
I'll tell you what, you might as well reel that in as well, mate. Don't you?
Just saves the hassle, doesn't it?
Well, it's nice they're feeding this late in the day. Cause
Yeah.
It's all been early morning up till about 11, isn't it?
Yeah.
I don't want to rush this. This is
Feeling like a good one, isn't it?
yeah, it could just be a hard fighting 20 that's never been caught, you know.
I might get to get my glasses, so I've got me Polaroids. It's a solid fight.
I'm down here again now.
Well, Billy.
Here it is. It's got weed on it. It's not just a little con with a load of weed.
No, it's a mirror.
Is it?
It's a bigger mirror.
Is it?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a bigger mirror, a fat one.
Oh yeah.
It's a 30 plus, that is for sure, but possibly bigger. You all right? Do you want me to net it?
That's all right.
You all right?
That's common.
Is it? No,
It is.
no, it's not.
Oh no. That must have been the scales one. It's under its dorsal.
Have you done carp fishing before? Your brother will love that. Yeah. Have you done carp fishing before? That's a decent one. It's a little chubby checker, that is.
It's a 20, isn't it?
Yeah, it might be a bit bigger, I reckon. It's pretty solid. Picking it through the weed.
Yeah, I'm just trying to draw it through this channel.
It's a bloody strong fish, isn't it?
It is a strong fish, yeah.
It's got a real big bull head on it.
Oh yeah, it's got a gut on it, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's a solid fish, 30 plus that is, I'd say. It's got big shoulders to it. It's It's got a wank dorsal. But...
20, isn't it?
I don't think so. I think the shoulders and that of it are bigger. Powerful. Especially on them quiver tipping rods.
It's deep.
Mm. It's solid fish, that is. I'm sure it'll go 30. Bit low 30.
Come on. Trouble is when they're turning left and right so many times, you often wonder if the hook,
Yeah,
the
it's,
side of the mouth, the hook's on.
yeah,
Oh yeah, that's a nice fish. He's just had a look at us, that.
yep. Didn't like the look at you. He's trying to come to me, look.
Next time we'll have him. Let's try him.
There we go. Nice. Nice one, mate.
Superb.
Nice. On camera. Let me go and turn that off. It's a solid fish. So I need to get it off now. Yeah, I think it's a scraper 30, mate. All right, so this is the fish. It's got a little split dorsal, but it's a cracking looking fish. Lovely condition. Call it spike. I wonder it went, it was a massive dorsal. Look at that, beautiful. Fantastic, mate, good angling, lovely jubbly. Just quietly motoring back along the, between the marginal weed bed, back into my swim. Absolutely beautiful here. What carp fishing's all about. I mean, we do love the big uns all the time, but you know, when you're fishing on wild with venues like this that are just you and the fish and they've never been caught, it's just magical. Right, I'll catch you later. Look at the state of that. Now he's prepared to go across the lake with his gear on a boat like that. I've given him all my pearls of wisdom, and he just doesn't listen.
No mice.
You wait.
No melting.
I'll get some video of it later when
No
he's
flakes.
in tears because it's all gone in the lake.
It.
Yeah, unbelievable. Okay, so I've just towed Jut with Fenner's mobile taxi service across from right over the other side over to this end, which is he's going to be poaching Antony's swim, who's just over there, which is very standard behaviour. It's very standard behaviour for Justin Hamilton. So yeah, he'll have his drone and bait boats out, and he'll be doing all sorts of nonsense down this end now. I can see it. Yeah, but look at this! What an incredible spot! Oh yeah, it was you belting something. So let's have a walk up here out of the danger zone. So this is this swim from this is the beach. What a great swim this is. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. As you can see down into the water, it's just beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. A stunning area of the lake. So the dam just over here, and then the other swim there, and the wild one up there where I am. Awesome. I think Jut's going to catch a few from here because he's been having a bit of a struggle so far. So hopefully he can get a few under his belt. So I just popped in to see Antony. I was wondering why he hadn't had anything. The conditions aren't great. But he was just coming up here. We'd just seen a fish head and shoulder and a little bit of bubbling. And then this has just ripped off and torn him a new one. Does it feel like just an angry little one, mate? or decent?
Probably same size as the others, probably.
Yeah, upper 20, low 30s. Yep. Nice work, mate. All right, so the result there was a 31.5 common. Beautiful fish, look.
The size of its tail.
Yeah, no wonder it fought so well. Absolutely fantastic. Cracking kipper. Lovely, lovely fish. Destined to be another Carptopia beast of the future, I would imagine. Yeah, lovely, mate. Good angling. So I'm sitting here with Anton today. I'm going to do a little chat with him about his carp fishing and our general chats about carp fishing. It's a bit further along the margin. He's had a particularly awesome session here. I think he's probably had nearly 30 fish now. We just had that 31 common. And he's fishing very simple tactics, you know, not a lot of bait really, just keeping the fish are here and he's resting the swim a lot, sleeping at night and fishing just during the days and just having a great session. And he even had one on the float last night at mid-20, which was fantastic. Great achievement. So he's just had another absolute belter while we're all still sitting here. And it has gone off like an absolute skyrocket. Here it is, it's on the surface over there. That would be handy, wouldn't it? That would be handy. Didn't half go. Holy moly. No. No, they're all, yeah, they're all just erect and tensed. Wicked. There we go. There we go. Nice result. What's it like, Bim?
It's a little common.
Little common? Nutter. Wayne and Orley. He's been out and he's had to go and get a few bits and bobs on the mainland, so he's just boating back over to his peninsula over there. There it is. Just behind there. Yep, lovely. It's Scorchio out there. I've just baited up for the night and we'll see what happens. Nature, isn't it just incredible? Absolutely fantastic. Look at that front. Oh, just mega. Yeah, man. It's gonna be too soon. We're gonna get some. Yeah, here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. Yeah, I'm gonna get in. This catches. Getting a little bit more fruity. A few big lumps of ice coming down as well. Let's hope that these fittings we have that hold us into the deck do the job, because I don't want to be getting hit by them big lumps of ice. Come on! It pales into the insignificance of John Lightfoot's most recent adventure. We've all been there on them big lakes, but it looks like this one's set to be a pretty good one. Alright, so we're really rocking now. Oh, just hope we don't get ripped off this platform. Yeah, love it. My old mate Justin's doing down there. Big lakes. I'm not fishing far out, so I've only been on 4-ounce leads. They're all dragged to hell. They're all gone. All the rigs are out. Lines are festooned with line down here to the left, so everything's got to be redone. I'm not fishing at the moment. Big fish fishing in big waters like this with this sort of conditions need big tackle, big leads to hold that. Yeah, chaos and carnage. Oh dear, here we go. Alright, so we're sitting here on a blooming hot, sunny June
degrees.
Yep,
Yeah.
June day at Carptopia with my good mate Wayne Cooper from Exclusive Carp Venues France, and you've invited us to do a test fish on on the lake, mate. It's been a bloody awesome week.
Yeah, I've been feeding them for 9 months, so we had to put a hook in a few of them just to get some feed on the media. It's been good actually, isn't it?
We must have had
4
over.
nights,
We
40,
must have had
45
40 odd
fish or
fish.
something,
Yeah,
yeah,
had
up to
you had a 52.
52 pounds, yeah.
Yep.
Oh, that was nice fish. Another 40, quite a few 30s have come
A
out.
lot of 30s. Yeah.
Bear in mind they've just spawned as well, most
Yeah.
of these fish, so it's a nice weight, so particularly 52.
Yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Awesome fish. We'll get some pictures up on that on the website soon. But yeah, well pleased with that.
Fantastic. And what was your vision, mate, here? Because it's not your average. We're all, you know, the people that have come along, and my mates are older school anglers. And
Yeah, it's
they're
one of
loving it.
them. Initially on the vision, I was told we've got 25, 27 hectare lakes and 60 acres. So prior to meeting the client, I thought, dozen, 16 swims, got to be to sort of spread that out in the water, profitability wise, and cover the water. But meeting the client, they wanted 4 swims on 60 acres. So creeped that up to 5, just to cover a little bit more water, because some of the areas were needing to be fished.
Yeah.
Sort of quite stealthy sometimes, because they're very close in on some of these swims, which is nice. So yeah, 5 double swims, 60 acres. Each swim 8 to 20 acres of water. So
Mega, innit?
well, Carptopia is paradise, so Carptopia. So you've got a bit of a paradise here, and they're unfished for.
Yeah.
That's another massive key element here.
Yeah.
You've got an existing stock of fish that haven't been fished for 30 years now. So
mainly beautiful, pristine commons that we're going to show you a few
well,
of
also,
in the
good
video.
mixture in there by the looks of
And
it.
some
Yeah,
great
we
mirrors
saw
as
some
well.
commons early on, didn't we? But
Yeah.
we've got lots of mirrors in here. So
Yeah.
and some characters by the looks of it as well.
Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
And so, what's the score? Because you're opening this September.
Yeah, we're opening September, first week. Got a little bit of test fishing leading up to that, but nothing just prior. Bit of media work just to find out a bit more how big some of these big fish might be, you know. I think we'll run probably into the end of November, so we'll run 3 months this year.
Yeah.
That's all. So soft opening. The fish will have been fed right up till then. In all the swims as well, so sort of semi-pre-baiting some spots for clients as well, but just to keep them good and healthy for the autumn, because it's the first time they're going to be hooked, these fish.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
they need to be in good condition. Then we'll feed them into winter, and 2026 really is a full opening year.
Perfect. I mean, it's really close, isn't it? The guys, one of the things for coming here was that again, as a mate of mine that's coming out just with nettings and stuff at my place at Fensmere. You know, it's nice for me to be able to get the boys over and have a pretty chilled week. It's been fantastic, and to see you to come to the new venue like this, it's been awesome. And for them, it was less hours of driving than it is for me.
Yeah, fantastic. It's an hour from Carp, so
Yeah.
for those coming from the Midlands and stuff, or central sort of UK,
These
jump
guys
on a night boat, you've got an hour.
These guys Portsmouth way, you know, and so it's really close.
Yeah,
you know.
No, it's mega for that. 3 3/4 hours from Calais. I can't remember what it is from Dieppe, but 2 from Somala and an hour from Carp.
Hour from Carp, that's where these guys came in. Yeah,
fantastic.
Yeah, brilliant, mate. Brilliant. Well, I'm going to do another little sort of whole video on the lake itself with our little week. It's nothing like these big productions, but it'll be a good one for people to get an idea of the lake.
Insight. You can see the swims now.
I've done some good drone footage, and we've got some great visuals, so people can just grasp how absolutely unbelievably amazing this place is to fish. It's a rarity.
Yeah, it is.
It is. Brilliant.
And the fish, you know, I know that it's early days, but you know, because of the lack of pressure, they'll come to you nicely here. So it'll be nice fishing, good quality fishing, and you know, we'll see how big we can get them as well.
I think they'll grow very big.
Program.
Yeah.
But,
brilliant.
Nice and rich anyway, so I think it'll be good.
Awesome. Cheers, mate.
All
Take it easy. We'll see you later.
You've got another few hours.
Yeah, definitely. Well, he's definitely going to catch a few more, isn't he?
I thought we might have gone then.
Yeah.
Tight lines.
Cheers, mate. Right.